here this weekend. If he goes and takes the title, it's a brilliant move. Imagine the confidence.
Yeah. Well, we touched upon it earlier, didn't we, as well? The fact that, you know, if you go there with an 8th European Tour title under his belt, that momentum, that impetus that he'll have could be priceless. First leg here would be very welcome indeed, but 3 missed starts at a double, which is very much not in keeping with what he was doing earlier on. He was 4 from 4 over the last 4 legs against Michael Smith.
Well, he didn't give Michael Smith a chance. He's given Willie O'Connor 1 chance there, and Willie O'Connor is taking it, and that is a break of throw in 15 darts. The minute. I know it's only in leg 2.
95.
Good solid stuff from Willie O'Connor this weekend, though.
Yeah, you mean, no stranger to going deep in a European Tour event. He's made a couple of finals in the past, most recently in Budapest 3 years ago, but 3 first-round defeats so far this season on the European Tour, but much better this weekend as Humphreys rattles in an 11-darter for the break back to get back on terms at 1 apiece. O'Connor looked exasperated even before, I thought, even before that final dart landed. Just as soon as it left his hand, I think he knew where it was going. May just have detected a loss of grip and it was too late to retract and do anything about it.
Well, he's had 1 leg where he's been the boss, that's it. I know he won the opening leg, but only after Luke missed multiple darts at double. Everything else, he's just been second fiddle. Double A. And there's another one, which Luke Humphreys has dominated. It is a break of throw. He's 4-2 up. He's throwing for 5-2, and he is continuing to motor along at 105 tournament average here. Ross Smith hit a 9-darter in this tournament. Willie O'Connor's never hit a big stage 9-darter, but he might do it tonight. He needed that treble 19. He's so close. Luke Humphreys turns away in frustration. Quite fancy to look at it. He'll get a look at that 1-2-4 for 5-2, though.
7 perfect darts. I'm pretty sure that's the closest we've gone all weekend.
24.
Had a couple of instances of 6 perfect darts, but that was the 7 for O'Connor. Nice acknowledgement from Humphreys as he steps up.
56. William O'Connor 52.
Well, first and foremost, Willie O'Connor, 11-dart break of throw potentially incoming here to get back into it at 4-3, and that is encouraging. It is a break of throw. It's 2 breaks apiece. We're back on throw. Well, he's down to a finish, but O'Connor knows that he needs to give himself a little bit more. He could have done with a 180 there. Just to underline what you were just saying. I mean, those 40 points drop there could be very, very significant.
60. 100.
Treble 20. The tops. 11-darter right back at him. Willie O'Connor finds a brilliant leg to get back in the contest, and Luke Humphreys just repays him in kind.
Yeah. And in position maybe for a 12-dart finish, not quite.
90.
He is an irresistible force when playing like this, Luke Humphreys. This is why he's world #1. It's not just the brilliance, it's the regularity of it. And it's too much for Willie O'Connor tonight, because Luke Humphreys is on the hunt for yet another Euro Tour title.
But we're going to have to start digging into something, because in PDC darts we do have a venue like this at the Autotron where they play floor events and a European Tour event, and Hildesheim in Germany is the same. Imagine if he can win it both. That's what Johnny Clayton's looking to do tonight.
154, not going to happen here for Danny Noett, so an outside chance for Johnny Clayton to get a break of throw and a 2-0 lead when he returns looking at 141. That's excellent from Danny Noett, though, and again tidying things up, getting himself the opportunity. But will there be an opportunity? Johnny Clayton, double 12. Oh, that is absolutely stunning. That is sensational stuff from Johnny Clayton.
And played out of his skin all day long.
Yeah. Brutal days as well, but look at that from Danny Noett. Talks about the need to get the big scores on the Clayton throw. He's pulled in a 180. He's down to an awkward 99. Let's see where Clayton leaves himself after this visit. Handily placed is the answer to that particular question. 99 is tricky for Noett. Top stops. Gets the first part of the equation. Gets the second as well. It's a 99 finish for Danny Noett.
What's he going to do? He's going to be aggressive. No laying up. And the way that Danny's been playing, I think that was the right thing to do in this moment.
Brilliant approach play from Noett to get down to 170. Do not rule this out by any stretch of the imagination. You can rule it out now, and Johnny Clayton can breathe again. I would not have been surprised in the slightest had Danny Noett pulled that rabbit out of the hat. Double eight. 5-4. Clayton back in front once again. And the
last leg against Nman Hetter once again was an 11-darter. In order to take us that far, he might need this 1-2-7.
Johnny Clayton, last couple of legs, he's been down to 81 after 9 darts. He's now down to 58. Noett can only set it up. The front 9 average is sky high here for Johnny Clayton. He's almost at the standards of Luke Humphreys in the first match of the night. And Johnny Clayton takes out tops, and he absolutely silences this crowd in Rosmalen in the process. And
well, that was a bit silent for a 174. Come on, you lot.
Even Ryan Searle has asked the same question. He spread his hands out. Go, what? I get nothing for that, do I?
Yeah, what do you want? Well, Nyman's left 1-2-1. It is a guaranteed shot. Just hit 180, leave 7 then. Leave 7, I dare you.
Treble 9.
129.
Yeah, that was the route. He couldn't get the treble, but he's left single to double. Now, Wessel Nyman, probably the only chance he gets to get the break. Ooh, it is a chance, though. Bullseye. Oh, Wessel Nyman, this is world class. He's not no problems making the match play in the Grand Prix and things like that, but winning this probably gets him a spot at the Grand Slam, where he played some amazing stuff last year, didn't win a game. Double 12.
70.
He's got time, and Ryan Searle, time is running out. They do love him.
Yeah, Ryan's losing touch here. It's going to have to be something off the charts to bridge this gap, which in turn could be 4 legs. There you go. Ryan Searle's going to need 5 straight from here. Again, there's a massive gap between the top and bottom half. And Nyman is cruising, setting up a match point at tops. And Searle's probably thinking, this one's done. But just in case.
Is that the last death throes of Ryan Searle's Dutch Darts Championship campaign? Yes, it is, because Wessel Nyman has put it to bed. What a display for the young Dutchman. Will do very nicely for Nico Springer, who leaves himself on double 16. He's finishing over the course of this weekend, 40%, nothing wrong with that. You expect this to go when he returns.
140. Nico got 32. No score. Ricardo got 28.
Well, the finishing was good from Springer earlier, 6 out of 12, but he's missed all 3 chances there.
On the first leg, Ricardo Pietreczko.
And despite Pietreczko at one stage leaving himself 168, he's managed to get himself into position with a 140. He's tied it up very nicely there with double 14. Start may prove significant. But Nico Springer just fulfilling his side of the equation. 180 to get down to a finish of 98 on the Pietreczko throw. There's very little variation in the tempo of Springer's play as well. It is very consistent. There's no speeding up, there's no slowing down. Or very little sign of it anyway.
140. Nico Con 98.
He set us up beautifully. And that is 5 perfect darts in a row from Nico Springer to end that leg. This is magnificent.
Absolutely breathless from Nico Springer. Riccardo Pietrezco just cannot keep pace at all. And a wry smile across the face of Riccardo Pietrezco, because I think he knows that the game is up here. Springer stepping up, looking on course here for an 11-darter. There's the single 9. Can he find the double 16 to back it up? Of course he can. That is absolutely brilliant from Nico Springer. Further evidence of what he might be on course for this weekend. He's finishing, and he has pulled out some big finishes, and this could be another one. Missed dart at the bullseye for a 2-0 lead.
He may have been a little bit unsure about whether dart 2 was in the 57 or not. Double 10.
Exasperation from Humphreys, and the 5s is off target as well. So uncharacteristic behaviour from Luke Humphreys in this leg. Johnny Clayton, there's the fat 9 for double 8, and Clayton punishes the world number 1.
All the games that Johnny Clayton's played at the Autotron, there have been 26. He's won 22.
Clearly has an affinity.
That's an 85% win ratio in this building.
Humphreys to get off the mark, 100 points away. Top stops. No, didn't need to be aggressive. Double 10. Yeah, nicely played. Clayton was on 294. Could afford to go for the treble there. It paid off. Many people might have been surprised to see Humphreys here this weekend. He is the only Premier League player left standing in the field this weekend here in Holland. 160 for Clayton.
100.
This has got to go.
19s gets it. Double 12. Lovely 2-dart combination. And Luke Humphreys gets a break of throw. The Boyle now as well. That 140 for Clayton was stylish. And it was timely as well. And it's given him a shot here. It's an important one as well. Needs the treble 19. Not going to happen. And Humphreys,
64.
His eyes have lit up once again. And this is for a 4th successive leg on the scoreboard for Luke Humphreys. Slight readjustment. No, he's staying where he is. And he's staying there to good effect as well. And Paul Nicholson alongside him, he cannot believe what he's just seen. I thought he was going to move ever so slightly, but he stayed there, just locked it over. How can people go for a run at this stage of a semi-final? Back on the stage, Johnny Clayton is really turning it on now, you have to say. 7 180s in this match for Johnny.
Well, this is the bargain hunt derby, isn't it? Are you going for the red team or the blue team? Red. It's all going on red.
7 perfect darts earlier on tonight for Willie O'Connor in that match against Luke Humphreys. Johnny Clayton so far, 7 perfect darts. Could it be for Johnny Clayton?
He may have needed that 9-darter to win this leg.
Such is the quality of this leg and this semi-final. Johnny Clayton has just missed a dart for a 9-dart leg, but Luke Humphreys here could steal it. Not going to happen.
I said earlier tonight that this is not a roller coaster, it's a thrill ride. Now it's a roller coaster. And Clayton is one away from a 2nd consecutive final. Humphreys went 37 for 122 average to win by 6 legs to 5. He needs to do something like that now. And he can't relent at any point.
Back-to-back 180s for Luke Humphreys. Clayton on a bogey number. Humphreys sensing the chance here to trim it to 5-6. 11-darter incoming, having just witnessed an 11-darter. He was on the receiving end of one just a few moments ago. He's rattled in one of his own for good measure. Just a 38 for Humphreys. Clayton, further encouragement here. 64 points away. That leaves the big red button in the middle of the board. 1 match dart comes and goes for Johnny Clayton.
Well, this would be something else. Humphreys might not be making another final himself, but Johnny might be on his other signature shot. This is plan B.
Johnny Clayton, finalist in Rosmalen last year. Double 4, and he's in the final once again. He's come through an absolute epic tussle against the world number 1 Luke Humphreys.
170.
Not in a bad position in this leg, Nico Springer. Probably going to get a second visit from here.
43.
He's not done himself any real favours there. But 127 is still makeable. More makeable than 137.
$97. Make it 127.
Might have to break at some point. How about now? Get it!
Game shot the
Wow.
second leg, Nico Springer.
Yeah, it's a test of endurance, but this is a test of excellence, and he's passing it with flying colours at the minute.
140.
He's averaging 100 for the tournament, Nico Springer.
$59. Nico require 81.
There's not much coming back from Wessel Nyman. This for 4-0. To the 12s. To the ball. To a 4-0 lead, and Nico Springer is showing no mercy.
Maybe that's the first slip-up that Springer's had.
Oh.
He can't find enough to even get to the bullseye.
Nico require 118.
And Springer could deny him again with another ton plus checkout. On tops.
70.
That is the first darted double that Nico Springer has missed in this game, but Wessel Nyman, his score of only 40 means he may only get one darted double. He's trying to compose himself. It looks a decent guide. And he makes use of it. Wessel Nyman has something now.
The volume has changed, the dynamic has changed. This atmosphere is very different now.
127.
Springer's job all of a sudden is to keep them quiet. And the only way he does that is by hitting doubles.
134.
And first of all, he's got to get there.
Wessel requires 75.
Big moment in this game, this. For the break, to go within one. Double 12. Wessel's on the comeback trail now.
So the seventh leg, Wessel.
It's not personal from the crowd. And that is more than good. He's got a few seconds to compose himself ahead of a possible 5-3 lead.
Well, the finishing in this game has been astonishing. There's only been one missed dart at double in the entire match. Wessel's 3 from 3. Nico's 4 out of 5. Make that 5 out of 6. Just reasserts himself in this one, much to the displeasure of the 3,000 fans in this game. He does not get a match dart in this visit. Can Wessel Nyman just hold him off for one more leg at least?
Well, Nico's asked the question, can you stay alive? Doesn't quite have the answer. And the Dutch Darts Championship experience for Wessel Nyman, his best ever European Tour event to date, might be ending.
Wessel thinks the game is up. And it is, because Nico Springer, the great young hope of German darts, is through to the final.
Could be his last European Tour event. He's a very busy man these days. He doesn't do as much refereeing. But even he, with all of his decades of experience, will be very excited about this.
45.
This is the top table versus the next gen. It's as simple as that. And it's double 16, and it's a lead already for Springer. He's out of the blocks the same way he was in the semis.
Continental touch that we were talking about earlier with that semi-final against Nyman. But yeah, Springer, I mean, let's not forget as well as the names that are reeled off a few moments ago, the 5 players he's already beaten. Let's not forget he's seen off 3 players in qualifying for this as well. In Hildesheim in the middle of May, including a 6-0 win against Martin Luitmann. Double 16 for a 3-0 lead for Nico Springer. This is going alarmingly well so far. It is the next gen rising. 1-2-1 here for Clayton. Treble 17 for a shot at the bullseye.
89.
Well, he's laid up. I thought he might go for it. So did the cameraman as well. I thought he might just need some impetus there, Paul. You look surprised as well.
Yeah, I'm surprised. He usually goes for that shot no matter what.
32.
But maybe it was the right play. It was.
Full play, Johnny Clayton. Uruguay 87.
4-1 beckons. Smart. It's 8-8. He's just triple checking.
Yeah, 71 scored.
79.
Oh, thank goodness for that. I thought he was going to go for the 19s. Does it make any difference? It doesn't, because this guy's doubling, just like Clayton in this tournament, is at the level of complete class.
Just look what he's left himself again. We've had a succession. We've had 4 14-dart legs in succession. We won't have one here. But this could be a very spectacular 15-dart leg for Nico Springer if he can find this big fish, which he can't. So Johnny Clayton will return looking at a very realistic prospect of a break-off throw here to get closer to Nico Springer. And he's got it as well. Right off Johnny Clayton at your peril. He's in touch, he's involved, he's in the hunt. And it's 5-4. It's a quality high-scoring encounter. Nico needs to raise his levels once again. The 161 ain't happening here. Nico Springer, I said it was all about satisfying his side of the equation on throw. And he's got a chance to do it here, but he needs to. Johnny Clayton waiting on 24 just in case. Tops here for Springer for 6-5.
59.
The single was nice and low. He didn't have to move that much. But Johnny might be moving something else that's more important, and that's the score counter. 4 legs in a row for Johnny Clayton. Final.
161 plays 170, but Springer will come and have a look at this, and this is a helping hand. Vital last dart for Johnny Clayton. 2 darts away should he return. Springer can't get the 170. Clayton, that last dart could make a heck of the difference.
Springer just can't stop the rock. If Clayton takes this, he might be unstoppable. He goes for the 51 and gets it. Can he find tops after bending that wire? Wow, what a shot that is! What a player Johnny Clayton is! And Nico needs to survive here and put a little burst in.
Just needs a leg, just needs to stop the rock somehow. 38-point score, just needs to set this up. No dramas there. Well, how about this for a showstopper, Paul? Johnny Clayton, 167. Oh, just beyond words. Oh.
142.
That is a warning shot, Nico. 1 dart for the title has been missed. Keep him at bay, and you never know.
To a finish, Johnny Clayton steps up to the plate once again, gets the treble. 2 darts at double 10 for the title.
70.
Interesting, because if you cast your mind back 12 months when Clayton was in Nico's shoes,
55.
this tournament was won by Josh Rock on double 5. He's not going to go for double 5.
He's going for double 4 and he's going for double 2. And having squandered match starts already, Johnny Clayton is a European Tour champion once again.